So here we are with another EBF interview, brought to you from Doncaster at the Budgerigar Society Club Show 2018. Richard and Michael, thank you very much for taking 5 minutes to talk to us in across your very busy weekend. There is obviously a long list of things you've won. Can you explain to us how many CCs and other bits you've hoovered up this year, please?
I understand, I haven't had a chance to be around them all yet, but I understand we've won 7 CCs, best young bird show, second best champion any age, so we haven't had a bad show by any means. Very happy indeed.
Fantastic. And in terms, I think the one thing our viewers will be really interested in is how you guys prepare the birds, because although there are amazing birds at the club show, the people who seem to be consistently winning, I think, have great birds, but also prepare them properly. Can you sort of talk us through just what the process is, please?
The preparation routine is requires extreme dedication, almost obsessive dedication. It requires many hours, many weeks of planning, and also a strategy throughout the year. Because unfortunately, if you want to compete at this event, you can't be actively showing every week, as far as I'm concerned. If you want your top birds here, you can't have them out every week from June through to September, because there's a high risk that they'll drop spots and drop tails. So you've got to set aside a core team of birds, we think, to bring here, and then you have to have someone like my father here preparing them on a day-to-day basis. And we start preparing them probably from about 10-12 weeks in. The birds will be placed in cages, the Doncaster target birds will be placed in cages, and they will be prepared. They will have their spots removed at a key time, probably about 7-8 weeks beforehand. The tails will also be pulled probably at 12 weeks of the first tail, and then when the first ones grow up, we'll pull the next one. So it's a long process, and then there is a plan which I put together with Dad, and Dad on a daily basis. For about a month beforehand, we'll do certain things on certain days. So some days they'll have their tails dipped, other days they'll have a head wash, other days they'll have a light spray, other days they'll have a heavy spray, that kind of thing. And Dad will go into more detail.
We gradually increase the water as the days progress. As the birds get near to the show, the water for the first 6 weeks it's quite heavy. The latter 6 weeks it tends to be more of a light spray, because we try to go to a peak, and then we try to bring the condition of the birds down, and then we try to keep it stable for the show and tweak the little bits which we have to tweak towards the final preparation. The final sprays are very light sprays, because the best oils for the birds to get the sheen is the bird's own natural oils.
So you don't add anything to the water when you're spraying? Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
The actual key to, we share everything, there's no secrets with us, the key is to do less with them, not more.
Oh really? Okay.
And to do it as far in advance as possible. So really, the Wednesday before Doncaster, you don't really want to be touching the birds. You know, you might do the odd de-spotting here and there for spots you're not sure about, or waiting for things to be in place. But if you can leave the birds alone from about Wednesday onwards, they'll restore themselves to their natural sheen and be in perfect condition for the Saturday morning.
And with de-spotting, is it a case of you'll de-spot the bird, or is that a gradual process as well?
We start de-spotting the birds from about a week in. So we'll start. We don't trim the spots. We probably should, but we're working on between 50 and 60 birds. We've got 30 bench days today because of condition we couldn't bring the rest. But we're working on 50-60 birds. It's quite a lot to start trimming. But we'll tend to de-spot them gradually over a period of about a week, just moving 1 or 2 at a time, and then the finer detail. And actually, for some of the key birds, because they had very good shadow spots, I actually left a few of them right to the last minute, literally on the Saturday morning in the hotel room.
So just in case? Just
in case one dropped out, whatever, there was a good shadow one that could stand as a replacement. So I left those in right to the last minute on a couple of the special birds.
And in terms of just diet, leading up to the club show, does that change at all? Or
yes, it does.
Can you?
The diet for the leading up to the club show is a tonic seed. It's a tonic seed and feast high energy supreme. It's a wild bird seed, a very high quality wild bird seed, which they will eat before they eat anything else. All soft food is removed 3 weeks prior to the club show. No soft food at all. But we do add some oils into our food regime now, which enables the birds to, through the preening gland, put natural oils on the feather, and we rely on that solely to put the plumage and shine on the birds.
And I think one question, and people will be really interested in, is, and I hear a lot of breeders say, we don't want to come to the club show I don't like a 3-day show. I don't like a 2-day show. But I lose birds after the show. No one ever seems to talk about online. What do you do when you get your birds home? Or I put them in a flight.
It's absolutely vital. There's three parts. One, that you build them up before they come in. You're not caught out of a flight, put them in the cage and take them to the show. So they're built up over a period of weeks on a diet, used to a more confined environment. While they're here, they're looked after. So on the Saturday, what do you do on the Saturday?
Saturday I add glucose to the drinking water, and Saturday at 4 p.m. they get glucose in the drinking water before I leave the show hall, and they get a feed of soft food preparation, which they would normally get on a normal daily basis at home. And when everybody leaves the show hall at night, they drink that water, they eat that bit of soft food, that puts them right for today. When I get them home tonight, they will have fresh water, fresh glucose again, fresh soft food in the flights before they go to sleep tonight. But
they're not going in flights. They also get organic French millets while they're here as well in the cage. But when they go back, this is the key part. The birds they're not put in cock and hen to be prepared for the show. They're put in sort of mixed colonies of 3 cocks, 3 hens. Okay, they will go back in exactly the same cages they've been in for the last 10, 12 weeks. So there's that. They see the friends, they see the familiar surroundings, they know where they are, and they settle down for a period of week. We introduce the soft food, and the birds are built back up, because there's absolutely no doubt the birds go through a degree of stress being at this event. They would in any show, but the fact is it's a longer duration. When you've got to look after them before they come, you've got to look after them while they're here, and then you've got to look after them when they get home. We've never lost a bird out of it. Never.
And regardless, so final question, regardless of whatever level you're at, obviously you guys have gone through the hobby from junior all the way through to successful champion status. What would be your advice to people who perhaps are slightly nervous about coming to the show or don't feel their birds are good enough? Or what would you say to them?
I'll give you a perfect example. Our close friend Roland Thwaites. Rolly as we call him, has not shown for over 12 years. We've always encouraged him to show, but he's never thought his birds were good enough. He exhibited at local CBS shows. This year he came with us to the North East National. He actually beat us for the best young birdie show and the best opposite sex young birdie show. And that gave him a lot of confidence to then put an entry in here. We further encouraged him to come here. He came with us on the Friday night. He exhibited his birds and he won intermediate young bird, which is absolutely fantastic. So if that isn't enough encouragement for anyone at any level, and even if you're not successful, and bearing in mind, we've been showing here for, I forget how long now, but since 1996 was our first show. We have had our backsides kicked far more times than we've won here, and that will be the case going forward as well. It's part of the experience, and when you do well, those years and those experiences make it all worth it.
And so that was supposed to be the final question, but this is the final question. So you've obviously had another great year. You've won the club show, I think 3 times now.
Yeah.
Does the feeling change when you get to the club show? Are you still as excited as ever in the lead up to it? And when you win, does it feel as good as the first time?
You'll never beat the experience of the first, never, because it just comes out of nowhere, and it's a dream come true. And the sad thing is, it does change because it's only your own fault. It's because we do everything in a professional way, and we're very, we're competitive people. We like to get the best out of everything we do in life. The pressure gets more and more, and it gets harder and harder because the expectation is higher. So it isn't good enough just to come here and win a class. If we don't win a good few CCs, or we don't win a major award, we will feel that we've let ourselves down, we'll feel that we've let the birds down. And that's why we prepare to almost an obsessive level of detail in advance, and that's critical to really our success, quite frankly.
Fantastic. Well, on behalf of everyone at the EBF, thank you very much for taking the time to share a few secrets with us, and congratulations.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.